Welcome to another episode of the Mind's Eye with Mike Lowry. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your support. With that being said, I wanted to continue the series called Unveiling Truth and speak on the topics about logic and emotions. Stay tuned. All right, so as I stated, I wanted to talk to you guys about logical versus emotional in a continued series called Unveiling Truth. First, as I always do, let's start with the definition of the word. Okay, so let's start with the word logical. According to the definition, it states, of or according to the rules of logic or formal argument, capable or clear sound reasoning. So with that being said, let me give you a few examples of what being logical is. Number one, the ability to enhance and analyze situations critically. You pretty much see what's on paper, and based on the facts of what's on paper, that's how you formulate your decision. Number two, being logical can help identify the problem. It also can help you come up with effective solutions to solve the problem. And number three, being logical can eliminate perspective, opinions, as well as point of views. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. Let's break down emotional. Let's talk about what the definition of emotional means. Okay, so the definition of emotional, according to Google, it states, relating a person's emotions, arousing or characterized by intense feelings. So let's break down a few examples of what being emotional is. Being emotional can also indicate being present, having a sense of awareness, being empathetic for someone else's situation. It also can lead to understanding. Number two, being emotional can also lead to creativity and passion. Typically, our ideals stem from how we feel. Okay, so now that you guys got a good understanding of what being logical and being emotional really is, let's identify how these two things can, if not done properly, can be a detrimental to us in terms of being overly logical or overly emotional. Overly one-sided logical thinking is like typically when people are like by the book, like there's no wiggle room. They look at the book for what it says, that these are the facts to be, when in reality, that's just an idea. It's a guideline. It's something to base decisions off of. Not everything can be explained with logic. You know, when you're overly logical, you kind of eliminate the possibility of chance. You eliminate the possibility of the what if. You look at life so straightforward, you don't have an opportunity to grow even. You just look at what you deem to be the facts, and that's where your decisions lie. That's where your situations lie, when there's so much more to life than that. Being overly logical can convince you that this is the right thing to do. But if that right thing that appears to be right in how you see things can cause an uproar or a situation that will be detrimental to an individual because you didn't completely think it through, you only looked at the logic aspect of it, it's probably something that you need to rethink. It's probably something that's probably not in the best interest of you or the people around you. All right, now, so let's look at overly emotional. Some of us dealing with situations in life, and it happens. And we sit in it, we dwell in it, we feel it, we won't let it go. We sit in this space of endearment, and it causes confusion. It causes us to be set back. It causes us to be still. It eliminates the possibility for us to grow and get past the situation. So our decision making is tainted. Everything we do is tainted. And those type of emotions can cause us to really not get to the next level, really not get to where we feel like God has placed in our hearts to be, because we're overly emotional. And all in all, those situations really are there to build character, build situations where we can like be better, grow, and be more than where we are currently, but we're allowing them to tear us apart instead of building us up. Overly emotional, you allow people and things to have access to you that they don't deserve. You're giving them places and opportunities for you where you find yourself losing yourself for these people in these situations. And it's so important to like find yourself and find the importance of the standard that you stand on. So even in being emotional about certain places, you don't find yourself overly emotional and allowing things and people to take you on a dark path that then allow you to be stuck. A lot of times when you're overly emotional, you jump to conclusion. Most of the time, it's not even what it appears to be or seems. 90% of what we worry about never even happens to begin with. So we find ourselves being overly emotional about the wrong partner, overly emotional about the wrong career, wrong job, wrong situation, and then we don't know how to move forward. We don't know how to get out of that rut. We don't know how to get, to what's next because we're allowing ourselves to be emotional. So I encourage you to talk yourself out of that emotion. I want you to feel. We should feel. I want you to have empathy. We should have empathy. We should have understanding of each other, but not to a point where we're losing ourselves in the process. So I think it's important to have a balance of being logical and having emotion because we can think with feeling, but we can also think with facts. And it's important to have the combination of both. Well, that concludes another episode of The Mind's Eye with Mike Lowry. There is still one more topic coming up. It's going to be reality versus perception. Again, I really do appreciate your support. And as you can see, the hoodie, Mind's Eye, and you can find your merch at www.mindsiml.com. And it'll also be in the link below. I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you.